Your life is a series of choices. Now, what are those choices? There's so many things, so many possibilities. One of which is you believe in God. And if you believe in God, then you believe in Adam and Eve, hypothetically. And you say, well, Eve made a choice to eat an apple that snakes told her that it was going to bring her a bunch of knowledge, which it did, which gave them the knowledge to understand that they were naked. And naked's bad, so they put some leaves on, and it was all embarrassment. Then God figured it out and went, oh, hold up, we don't like you. We're kicking you out of the Eden. Kudos, see ya. Also, childbirth kinda sucks now. And men, well, you're a disappointment. And now all men think they're disappointments. Now, if you're atheist, or if you are not Christian, you may believe in some other things. Hypothetically, if you believe in evolution on the biology side, or biologically, you may be inclined to think that we were tadpoles at some point, and we made the choice to say, you know what, swimming ain't that cool anymore. Why don't we grow some legs and take over the planet and have a irresistible, irrefutable, unquenchable thirst for knowledge and creativity and the need for change. And now we are here. Now, what I want to get into today is the fact that we are that sum of choices, and we continue to make choices every day of our lives. And if you do not make the right choices, your life is over. If you decide that you will not overcome trauma and you will stay the same, you will perpetuate that trauma and put it onto your kids, friends, and family. That will lead you down a path of crime, of drug abuse, of so many different things. And that's why you want to break the cycle. Another thing, possibly, is that if you are not making any money right now and you choose not to do anything about it, not to improve your education or anything like that, you will flatline. Not just die, but I mean your existence will be, well, no climax, no fascination, no change, no legacy. You will just stagnate in the water. And I don't think you want to live a life like that. And neither do I. So, it's up to us to make the hard choice to stop procrastinating and change what we do. And it's that constant change every day, that constant looking back and reflecting on what you have done and what you want to accomplish, that makes us change. You have to have the capacity for change, because humans, in their own right, we are the best at change. And denying that fact, or refusing that fact, will make us, well, lead down a pretty dark path, right? This is why people are depressed, because they are bored in their lives. You are bored in your life because you are doing nothing. If you're bored in your life and you're doing everything, then kudos to you, man. But I don't think it's that simple. What I've noticed today is people will not change. People will stay the same. They'll blame external factors on what they're able to accomplish and just blatantly give up. And it's downright sad, because we could be so much better. And it doesn't take that much. It takes intelligent decisions to make the best choice. Right? If you make a bad choice, that is up to you to correct it in the future. If you blame external factors or people around you instead of yourself for something, it's stupid. And I truly believe that no matter what the choice is or the outcome is, no matter how small or so big, they're all equally important to discuss with yourself and others, and to act upon with yourself and others. Because to refuse change, to refuse getting better, improving yourself, is to refuse your future in a better life. I've noticed something today that just made me sick. Sick to my stomach. I mean, a person who believes they are at their full capacity, their full potential. And it's crazy because I'm pretty much a nihilist, but at the end of the day, or a pessimist or whatever, but at the end of the day, I think it's so optimistic to think that these people are much more capable than they're letting on. And I think that they don't see it in themselves, that they believe that they can be better, faster, more useful. And they are only stuck in whatever level that they're at. I truly believe that the people around me can surpass me, and I've had so much patience. I've said, you know what? I'm going to hold back a little bit on what I'm capable of so that they can have the opportunity to grow. But I've been doing this for a while. And also at the same time, I don't feel I need to be doing 80% of the work. So I bring it down to 50. But no one steps up. People get fell behind. People are waiting 20 minutes for something that could have taken 5. So I take care of it. And I take care of it. And I take care of it. And I'm starting to realize that I might as well just be the inspiration at this point. Stop holding back. Stop trying to be anything but. And it's not like I hold back that much at work. It's just, there's some times where I say, you know what, they got it. They don't got it. They are absolutely cooked. And I have to save them. And it's okay. I do feel unnoticed for it. But whatever. That's life. You know? Like, I've made a series of choices in my life that isolate myself from others. I enjoy it that way. I find it a chore to talk to people. I find it anxiety riddled. And at the end of the day, all of my efforts are futile. Because when someone invites me out for something and then they just, well, they invited me over and never followed through. And that's one thing that I don't do, is empty promises. If I invite a friend out, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm going out with you or without you. Hopefully with you. But it doesn't matter how many other people are going there, who else is going there, or how expensive the spot is, or whatever. If you invite me out and I say yes, I commit to it. I think that commitment is very important in our lives right now, because look how riddled our society is with the lack of commitment. And yes, this does pertain to relationships, but it also pertains to friendships and family. You have to commit. And if you do not commit 110%, then how am I to trust you when I need you most? Take, for example, this. When someone else texts me about a schedule or something like that, I say, no problem. I take a picture of the entire schedule for the next month. Takes me a second. Take a picture, send all the pictures. Now you have the schedule for the entire month. But when I need it most, and most accurately, I'm left in disappointment with lateness and the wrong info. And I just have to ask, why? Why do I try so hard? Why do I help others out so much? And it's all for naught. It doesn't matter. These people don't care. They don't pay attention. They're not at the end of the day sticking up for you. Everyone's out for themselves. So why should I be any different? And it's a series of choices, right? Someone else makes a mistake, I fix it, but now I'm the figurehead and I take the blame. That's what happened today. Someone else makes a mistake, I fix it, I make preventative measures to fix it in the future, and I am the scapegoat. I have to apologize. I have to apologize for not being better, for not being faster, even though it wasn't my job. That's my department. I'm happy to help. If someone's busy, I get it. But when you do all the measures you can to prevent against it, and still, these people won't listen. So you don't talk. You take action. You do what you need. And people get mad at it. People get offended by it. They take a simple action I did with no emotion whatsoever, and they don't like it. They think I was too mean. I didn't do anything. All I did was simply take a radio and put it on a computer. But that's mean. You're right. That is mean. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just done nothing for the future. And all these, I've got these petty tendencies. I get them from my father. And it's petty for a reason, because these are very small choices that mean everything to me. Right? Just like my father did when I'm holding a flashlight over the engine of a car. Hold it straight. Stop pointing it over there. Pay attention. And if you have any father, I'm assuming that you probably have had this experience. Hand me that wrench. No, not that one. Oh my God. Damn it. And you desperately try to make sure that you do it right. But why doesn't anyone take that into the real world? Why doesn't anyone care enough to do better, to be on the top of their game, to prevent against future problems? When I see a problem, I prevent against it. Others, they just kind of accept that is a problem. I take responsibility of everything that I do. Don't get me wrong, when I make excuses, I make excuses. But at the end of the day, I'm honest with myself and my boss. I can make excuses all I want, but at the end of the day, I know how much fault I was in. And for the next time, I don't make that mistake again. You cannot rely on someone else to message you for your job. You have to take action. You have to prevent against it. It's simple as that. And when someone is irritated at me or angry at me, I don't respond with emotion. I don't respond with anything else except, yes, I know, I will change in the future. That is it. I may harbor some resentment or some hurt from being talked to like that, but I understand that I made a mistake, and I'll try to do better. But attacking someone that is trying to give you advice, that is trying to show you a better way, it's just not right. And I've never done that in my life. I've made a joke, I've been irritated, but I've never stopped listening. And I think that's so important, because all we are our choices. Anyways, I'll see you later. Peace.